Hello there, Critic here. Just a quick video, 765874 Unification, and I just got to talk about it. Probably some of the best Star Trek material that we've had easily in the last 10 years, I would say. It deals with the return of Kirk to see Spock on his deathbed. Very moving, very well done, because if you recall correctly, in Star Trek V, Kirk said that he always knew he'd die alone, which is why he wasn't scared when he fell climbing at the start of that movie.
I knew I wouldn't die because the two of you were with me. I've always known I'll die alone.
Now, Kirk does technically die alone, or at least he dies with Picard, away from his friends, completely out of time. Yeah, he dies trapped under a bridge, never getting to see Spock. I think that was a shame. I can understand why in many ways, but that was a shame. What this company, Oitoi, did was they did a very good film last year, another short, just very short piece called 765874 Regeneration, where a CGI Spock goes and visits Kirk's grave in the Viridian system. It was very well done. It was very well done. CGI used. Very short, not a lot to it, just not trying to do anything beyond what it did. But it just showed Spock, visiting Kirk's grave. And this works on top of that. And what we have is Gary Mitchell at the start, who seems to kind of pull Kirk out of the next, or regenerate him or something like that. It's all a little bit, there's some tie-ins to stuff. It's all a little bit speculative, in my opinion. But Kirk is basically brought back. We even get this scene here, you can see on screen, from Picard season 3, where they had a little sort of Easter egg that Kirk's body was being held. You can see here that it's the Daystrom Institute, the same as that. This film is licensed by CBS Paramount. William Shatner and Susan Nimoy both executive produced it, and it's dedicated to Leonard Nimoy. So having a look and going through the film, I don't want to put footage in here. I'm going to put a full link to the movie because I do recommend you check it out. It's only about 10 minutes long, and 3 minutes of that is credits. Kirk comes back. He comes back. He's walking around in a beautiful sort of garden, and as you can see, they've done really good work here. I mean, this is better than what they managed in The Mandalorian with Luke Skywalker. This is really well done. William Shatner and Sam Witwer are both credited with playing Kirk in this. Sam Witwer provided the physical model, that is him walking about, and I presume Shatner was just a face. So yeah, it's really well done. And he walks into this garden and he meets Saavik, played by Robin Curtis. Again, looks great. She looks, just like a Vulcan, aged right up. IDIC there, or something very similar. Very, very nice attention to detail. Very nice attention to detail. And in the background here was like, oh, who's that? There's no words spoken in this film. Not one. There's a little bit of a voiceover from a Kirk from the previous film. I think it was Star Trek 2. There's no dialogue, but she turns and kind of introduces this guy behind her, and I was thinking, is this meant to be Spock's son? Because although it was left out of the movie in the end, the whole idea is that Saavik carried Spock's child. She was pregnant when she was left on Vulcan at the start of Star Trek 4. And she had his child. There's some deleted footage where Kirk knows about it. It's like how you can tell Spock and stuff. And I was like, is this meant to be Spock's son? That's what I was thinking. I can't think who else it is. It's not Sarek. It's in the credits as Sorak. I was like, well, that's not just a misspelling. They've put too much attention into this to make that a misspelling. So it's not Sarek, and it's not Surak, the father of Vulcan philosophy, like their prophet, basically. Saavik certainly makes a big thing out of it. So I'm still watching the thing. As you can see, yep, she introduces him. It's played by a guy called Mark Sinery. And then Kirk meets this guy. Now, I have no idea who this guy is, but apparently, after looking into it, he's from Discovery, and he got crossed over from the Kelvin timeline to the real timeline, and that's a whole thing. I gave up with Discovery, so I can't tell you any more than that. But apparently, he was basically just used as a vehicle for inter-universe travel, which explains how Kirk has got to where he's got to and stuff. And he basically sort of takes Kirk's hand, and Kirk is suddenly transported to almost like another Nexus type thing, like a doorway, where he sees younger versions of himself. So you've got this one here, obviously the original series Kirk. And you've got this one here, which is Admiral Kirk, Star Trek 2, I guess. Wrath of Khan, looks about right. And he sort of meets these guys, and he walks through them. They disappear as he walks on. And he walks through a door, and it's Spock lying on his deathbed. Very, very good CGI here. Very good. It's played by Lawrence Selleck. And what they've done is, the way they've done this, and one of the reasons it looks way better than the Luke Skywalker, is it's not all digital. It's very, very clever what they've done. They actually wear prosthetics to look like the actor. And then the CGI is put on top to kind of finish it off. Very, very well done. Modern Hollywood could learn something from this, absolutely, because you can't rely on CGI to do all of it. Even with this, you can tell just sometimes when they move, there's a little bit of jerkiness. It's not quite there, but this is very, very, very good. So, again, no dialogue. Spock looks at Kirk. Kirk looks at Spock. Kirk takes Spock's hand. They basically clasp hands. You get this great little eyebrow raise from Spock. And again, you can see here, it's not quite right, but it's good. It's good. It's really nice. Yeah, excellent little eyebrow raise from Spock here. No words needed. They're brothers, beyond brotherhood, beyond friendship, beyond romance. I know there's loads of slash fiction out there saying that Kirk and Spock were gay, but I'm pretty sure that Roddenberry disputed that and said that there was a Vulcan word for it that basically meant like blood brothers. They're beyond all of that. There's no, you get these people going, oh, they were gay, they were lovers, and Gene Roddenberry even addressed it in his novelisation of the motion picture. I remember reading. I can't remember the exact. There was a footnote, but yeah, it's beyond that. They're brothers, and they just watch the sunrise before Spock just dies, and that's it. 765874 Unification, dedicated to Leonard Nimoy. So I did a little bit of research, and I was like, is that Spock's son? I mean, is it somebody else? I don't know, Sorak. Who the hell's Sorak? Googled stuff, couldn't find anything. Now, obviously, there's nothing kind of official about it, and I'm just like, I can't find anything. But there was a little documentary with Robin Curtis talking about reprising the role of Savick. And in this, she confirms. She talks a lot about her experiences working with Leonard Nimoy on Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. And there's some great behind-the-scenes photos and stuff like that. All very, very nice. And she talks about the last time she saw Leonard Nimoy and everything. But she says on top of that they were definitely lovers. They were together, and that she was pregnant with his child. And that is a grown-up son of Spock, Sorak. And here's the deleted lines from the script. And yeah, she confirms it in the documentary. So I was correct. That is Spock's son. Spock's bloodline lives on in her costume and everything. And they've aged her right up, as you can see. She doesn't look like... I mean, look at her here. Bring her back in Star Trek now, man. She could still do Savick. Do it. Bring back Spock's son. I mean, provided you kept something like Kurtzman away from it, I'm all over it. Great idea. Because Spock's a very important character to me. And I will be doing a video on Spock, and I will be doing a video on how I detest and loathe what has been done to Spock by New Trek. Because it is, whatever they say, it is an absolute assassination and bastardization of the vision and the version that Leonard Nimoy gave us. But this was great. This was really nice. As I say, it's 10 minutes, including credits. 7 minutes of your time. The music was done by Michael Giacchino, who's done a load of music for Star Trek. There's no dialogue, just a couple of voiceovers. Beautifully done, very short. Just a really heartfelt tribute to Leonard Nimoy, allowing for the return of Captain Kirk. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. Link will be in the description. I'll also link the interview with Robin Curtis, and I strongly recommend that you check it out as a lovely little reminder of the good old Star Trek before I bring you part 2 of Star Trek Frontiers to Tears. And unfortunately, that's the Tears, and it's going to be speaking about New Trek at length. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Just a real quick thing. I hate to beg, I really do, but the algorithm is absolutely butchering me at the moment. My videos have gone from getting hundreds, sometimes a couple of thousand views, to double digits. Literally no word of a lie, double digits. So if you enjoy this stuff, give me a like, a sub, comment. If you really like it and you think somebody else might like it, give it a share. I hate to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want these people, there's a sub all the time. But really struggling here, and it's been a bit brutal. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.